The Bible isn't just a book of random stories. It's 66 different books that come together to tell one story. An incredible one about God's love for us. And now for an amazing story, inspired by the book of Luke, chapter 11, verses 1 to 4.
Isaiah woke to the smell of bacon, and though the air was chilly, he shoved aside the heavy quilts and hurried out to the kitchen of his grandparents' mountain cabin. Granddad was frying pancakes.
Morning, sleepyhead.
Hey, Gramps! Rough wooden beams crossed the open ceiling over their heads, and the stove and fridge were a color that Granddad called harvest gold. Isaiah was pretty sure that nothing had changed here in 40 years. He grinned and then joined his father and older brother Zeke at the kitchen table.
Any bacon left?
Better hurry, we're gonna bust out the skis. Good. When they had come up here a few years ago, Isaiah hadn't been big enough to use any of the old skiing gear stashed at the cabin. His dad clapped him on the shoulder.
Fuel up good, you're in for a wild ride.
Granddad helped Isaiah choose a pair of skis and suit up, while Dad and Zeke got ready.
Cross-country skis. But they'll do you for the run down the backside of the mountain.
Isaiah struggled into his bulky ski suit.
I feel like Baymax.
Awkwardly, Isaiah trailed after his father and brother up the short slope that led to the top of the mountain. In just a few minutes, they had reached the crest. Snowy peaks and valleys spread out before them. Wow! But then, Isaiah looked down and his heart dropped into his stomach. It's steep. This run? It's just a little glide. No biggie. Looks like more of a drop than it really is. You'll do fine. I think some of that bacon I had wasn't good. I think I need to lie down. What? Are you chicken? Isaiah tightened his grip on the rickety ski pole. No! Really? Then man up and go over the edge. Zeke, don't be such a meanie. Don't be such a fraidy cat. I'm not. Without thinking, Isaiah whipped his ski pole at Zeke. It slapped across Zeke's leg. Hey! Boys, have fun on your dumb mountain. Isaiah tried to storm away, but he mostly just floundered through the snow. Dad followed, but Isaiah brushed past and staggered back to the cabin on his own. Granddad had been watching from the window.
Let me help you with that suit.
A few minutes later, Isaiah was warming himself by the fire. He glanced sideways at Granddad. It's really steep, okay?
Yeah, took me a while to work up the nerve first time I went down that slope. And I was 26.
How long did it take you?
Half a day. I had a little chat with God about it first.
You talked to God about skiing?
Sure. I talk with him about everything.
But God's so, I don't know, big, far away and stuff.
I know it seems that way, but it's not true. You really can talk with him, just like you and me are sitting here talking.
Isaiah tugged off his gloves and rubbed his hands together. He'd never really talked to God, except in church. I wouldn't know how to start.
Some of Jesus' closest friends felt the same way. So he gave them a super simple guide to follow.
Granddad pulled out his phone and adjusted his bifocals as he studied the screen and pulled up an app.
Here, you find it. My thumbs are too big.
Granddad handed over the phone and Isaiah waited for instruction.
Look up, let's see, Luke chapter 11. Start right here.
Jesus said to them, "When you pray, this is what you should say. Father, may your name be honored. May your kingdom come. Give us each day our daily bread. Forgive us our sins as we also forgive everyone who sins against us. Keep us from falling into sin when we are tempted." That's got nothing to do with skiing. Granddad tossed another log on the fire and sparks flew.
Now that is the great thing about this prayer. You can fit it to whatever you got going on.
Even skiing?
Use your own words. You might start out something like, God, I think you're amazing, and I want everyone to see it. I want things to work out your way.
Okay, cool. But what about the bread thing? Give us our pancakes or something?
Daily bread just means whatever you need to get through the day. Like maybe a little extra grace for your brother,
Or guts to go over that edge.
yes, sir, that's the ticket.
Isaiah checked the screen again. Forgive us our sins. I slapped Zeke with my ski pole. I didn't really mean to, but
God can forgive that if you ask. I bet Zeke can too.
yeah, well, he was being super mean.
I'd say that falls under forgive everyone who sins against us.
What about keep us from falling into sin when we are tempted?
Don't tell me you're not tempted to stay mad and let this morning ruin the whole weekend.
Isaiah couldn't hold back a sheepish smile. You got me there. You know, you're a pretty good granddad.
Well, God cares about you and all of this, even more than I do.
I think maybe I'll go talk to him right now. Granddad held up Isaiah's ski suit and hat.
You want me to put these away?
No. I might want to go back outside. Isaiah turned away from the fire and headed up towards his room. It still seemed a little strange to talk to God about skiing, but at least he had a good place to start.